Hi guys, Luna here, and welcome back to Birdland, which I think is going to be the last episode because we're halfway through a tournament, basically the Summer Olympics, with humans that have been infected, turned into bird people, basically. So let's just get started, shall we? Where it is July 19th, midday at the Arts and Crafts store, or Cunts, or whatever it's called. Belle dumps a random art supplies on your desk. I don't understand why you didn't tell me about any of this weird dream bleeding into reality stuff before. I mean, would you have believed me? I don't know, I've seen a physical manifestation of the internet try and murder someone, but no, probably not. Anyways, it's fine, you're here to help me now. You're not going to need my help on this one. There's no way these things can beat you in an art contest. You sound sure of that. Because I know you're awesome, and I figure out people for a living, so I should know, right? Are you blushing? Blushing? No. She winks. Go get him. Belle walks over to the back of the room. Under your breath. Okay, one thing at a time. Ashley stands up in a chair. The fourth round is an art competition. The best producer of art will be awarded a point. Designing merit in art production. Logan stands up and points at you. I am the human designated as Logan Crafts. I am the most skilled at the performance and or creative arts. Alicia nods approvingly. The round commences now. I'm gonna draw something. You take out some paper and coloring pencils. Logan is kind of staring ahead. What is art? This is not suitable context for pedagogy. Proceed at once with the art manufacturer. What is this word? The method of practicing of teaching, especially as an academic subject or theatrical concept. Interesting. No, the human designated Logan Craft does not understand. What is art? For I do not have access to that knowledge. Draw a algorithm park landscape. Sketch out a typical park scene, starting with some trees into the main thing in the park. Logan still isn't doing anything. Compatriot, you are being overland on the concept mind. The creation of art may very well be instinctual. Yes, do something that comes naturally to human designated Logan Crafts. Logan closes his eyes for a second and opens them again. He reaches into his pocket, takes out a bag of weed and some papers, and starts rolling a joint. Staring down in horror, I do not understand. This does not appear to be art. What is art? I do not know what art is. Bridget, now is the chance. Finish strong. Take your time making the scene look as picturesque and beautiful as possible. Logan never so much as makes a move. After applying the last finishing touches, as you sign your name at the bottom and puts down your pencil. Done. You hand over the drawing to Alicia. She examines it and then turns to Logan. Are you capable of matching this accomplishment? I lack the requisite knowledge to prevail in this situation. I must forfeit. Yes! She pumps her fist. Very well. The point is awarded to the human design Bridget, designated Bridget Lee's side. The counselor Seraph in silence. So it is now 2 to us, 1 for, and 2 for the bird people. Okay, canoeing. This is the easy one. Just don't tip. Just don't tip? That's like the main thing I do in boats. I fall in water. Well, then, statistically speaking, you're due to not fall in water. I don't think that's how that works. It was a perfect test, a chance to test that theory. Look, you crushed that climbing one, right? And that was something you'd never done before. Compared to that, this is nothing. Only won the last 2 because the counselors were all being weird about things. What are the odds of that happening again? The 2 of you look over at Dan. He's gripping the paddle with both the hands like a sword. 50-50? Get in the canoe. You get into the canoe. The whole thing wobbles. We are now initiate the penultimate round. The contest is a vehicle race. The first to bring their vehicle from the wooden surface identified as the canoe dock to the wooden surface identified as the sail dock will deem have won. Dan stands up and points a canoe at you. I am the human designated Dan Canoe. I am most skilled at maintaining the stability of my hollow log in order to facilitate aquatic travel. He sits back down. The competition commences immediately. Paddle fiercely. Tighten your grip and start paddling as fast as you possibly can. Your boat shoots ahead while Dan stays back at the starting line. Compatriot, you are not proceeding. This is the correct evaluation of the current situation. For what reason you're failing to propel yourself forward? This is a critical juncture. Propulsion is not a task that I have become accustomed to. That does not seem like a possible occurrence. Yet it has occurred. Your few strokes cause the whole boat to wobble. Stabilize with your paddle. You lay your paddle horizontally across the gun walls and apply pressure evenly to both sides, stabilizing your boat but killing your forward momentum. Fortunately, Dane still hasn't started paddling. You look behind you to see what's going on. There must be an error in your appraisal of the situation. What motor skills has a human designated Dane can you acquire through repetitive action? He has not acquired such abilities. How can this be? He is the most skilled at operating this vehicle. He is indeed possessed the most extensive knowledge of this vehicle's operation. However, he immediately dips the paddle in the water. His level of practical experience appears to be nil. While you're occupied listening to Dan and Alicia, your canoe drifts slowly off course. You turn back around to see you're headed straight for a rock. Paddle backwards. You jam your paddle into the water and do a reverse stroke. The canoe comes to a stop before it hits the rock. Phew. You have witnessed the younger humans to which you have been assigned to operate the vehicle in question, correct? Imitate their actions immediately. Very well. He shuts his eyes for a second, then opens them again. I will ensure that you are coated in water. He splashes Alicia with his paddle. What is occurring? This is not my function. Ha ha ha, I'm amused. I am bored. I miss being connected to the interconnected computerized global communication network. I'm going to capsize. He grabs the side of the boat and flips it over, emerging from the water. Vehicle operation complete. Afternoon, sailing dock. Alright, this is it. We have 3, they have 2. One more and we're in the clear. What happens if we tie? From across the dock. In the event of the tie, all humans will be eliminated. Okay, I'm hearing that in the event that tie, all humans will be eliminated, so I'm really going to need to focus up. Belle, I don't think I can do this. It's fine. We're going to just take this one step at a time. Now, the thing is called the tiller. You use it to... No, I really don't think I can do this. I mean, sailing has always been pretty difficult for me, both on a psychological level and just in terms of ability. I haven't considered the prospect of competing sailing until right now, and honestly, I'm not feeling super great about it, and I haven't eaten all day, and between the perfect nightmare and the campfire, I really didn't get much sleep last night, and I'm complaining about the campfire because that was really nice, but still... Belle grabs you by the life jacket and clumsily kisses you on the lips. You can do this, Bridget. I believe in you. ... Sorry, was that weird? No. That was probably the least weird thing that has happened to me all summer. Okay, good. I've been trying to pick the optimal moment for the last few days, and now this seems like the best shot. Really? This over the campfire? I might have chickened out on the previous occasion. Or the beach, or the tetherball court. Okay, multiple previous occasions. Probably would have been fine if that was the first time on the sailboat, honestly. You know what? Let's circle back to this later. Right now, you just need to get out there and win. She places a lane in your hand. Remember what I told you, right? Pull the thing when it gets too thin. Close but no. She looks straight in your eyes. Hold on for dear life. Alicia stands in the sailboat. The rules of the final contest are as follows. 2 individuals will travel by means of a wind-propelled vehicle to the indicated distance floating marker. She points to a buoy a little ways across the lake. The first individual to stand upon the wooden surface identified as the sail dock after first arrived at the marker will affirm to be the victor and rewarded the final point. She points to you. I am the human designated Alicia Sail. I am the most skilled at deploying false wings at the top of my aquatic vehicle. She sits back down. Commence. The 2 of you sail back out onto the lake. Belle stands at the dock and watches you leave. God, I really should have finished explaining about the tiller. Head for the buoy. The wind fills your sails as you head toward the center of the lake. The boat basically seems to be moving on itself so far, and you manage to not flip it over as you tentatively pull on some lines. By the time you pass the buoy, you're practically neck and neck with Alicia. You look over and see her boat starting to turn back at the camp while yours stays on the original course. Push the thing, pull the thing, or pull the thing. That's seems like kind of a chaotic moment, but let's see here. You grab what you think is a tiller and pull towards you. The boat starts turning in the wrong direction. Not good. Sharply pull the tiller away from you and the boat starts turning the other way. There you go. Catch something moving in your peripheral vision. You turn your head and see that it's a boom. It's a boom swinging towards you at full speed. Oh shit. You get up and try and jump out of the way, but you don't get there in time. The boom slams into your chest and carries you out of the water. Let go. You slip off the boom and into the lake. The hit leaves you wounded and disoriented. In a panic, you grab onto the nearest sailboat, and with a lot of effort, you manage to pull yourself aboard. Greetings. You look behind you in time to see your own boat capsize. Abandoned your vehicle. Do you forfeit? I haven't lost yet. The rules say I just have to get back to the dock. They don't say I have to get back there in my own sailboat. A correct appraisal. However, even though it remains technically possible for you to attain victory, your effective chance of doing is 0. ... I am intimately familiar with your function of your brain. You are right now processing this information, finding it to be true. Allow me to reinforce this process with several factual statements. The human designated Alicia Sale, which is to say myself, is superior to you in every relevant field. You're inferior in courage, inferior in intelligence, and you're inferior in physical strength. You're inferior in vehicle operation. When we arrived at the dock, it'll be a competition to dispark the vehicle. The individual who competes in this task in the least amount of time will be designated the winner, but you have no qualities or abilities which allow you to disembark in greater speed than the human designated Alicia Sale. In addition, when the vehicle arrives at the dock, I will maneuver in such a way that I will be the nearest the dock and you will be furthest from it, thus amplifying your disadvantage. The only likely possibility arises from the fact is that you're stating that you have failed to achieve victory. You and your companion would be neutralized. Stare at the dock. It's coming up fast. You know the preceding statements to be correct. For what reason do you decline the forfeit? I don't owe you an explanation. Correct, you do not. And yet you already provided dozen. You watch only as Alicia sails the boat the rest of the way to shore. She lowers the sails as the boat nears the docks. Our interaction is concluded. Grab her. Grab onto her life jacket and try and pull her back down. Cease this action as you try to free yourself. You hold onto the life jacket as Lisa inches toward the docks. One of the buckles on the front comes undone. It is futile to try and restrain me through physical force. I am larger and more skilled human. Okay, whatever. The other buckle unsnaps. You tumble backward with the life jacket in hand. Alicia stops dead in her tracks as soon as it slips off her. The wearing of a life jacket is mandatory. You look down at your own jacket. Alicia lunges at you. Get out of the way. You roll out of the way and Alicia dives past you, flying right into the lake. You clamber out of the boat and climb onto the dock. Bridget! She runs over. Are you okay? Totally winded. Hey, yeah. She gives you a hug. No, this is not possible. We are the most skilled humans in all relevant areas. Your victory is an inconceivable occurrence. Deal's a deal, Birdbrain. Now fly back to wherever you came from. Unexpected outcome. We hereby launch an appeal. What is the appeals process for the event designated Summer Camp Olympics? There isn't one. You lost. Impossible. A fundamental aspect of human legal practice is the right to appeal a judicial decision. I have observed it. You mean, not in sports, though? This cannot be. Very well. Then I think it is time we dispense with legal formalities. She spreads her arms out wide and slowly flaps them up and down. Compatriot, desist. Uh-oh. Belle grips your arm and takes a few steps back. Alicia starts sprinting towards you, but before she can reach you, she abruptly comes to a stop, frozen in mid-stride. You fool! The conductors have detected your protocol violation. Through gritted teeth. No, you don't understand. We are so close. We just need one extra legal activity. So suddenly all the counselors are frozen as well. We feel a whoop in your chest. All the campers and counselors simultaneously pass out. You and Belle stand there in silence for a good 30 seconds as the accumulated feathers start to disintegrate and blow away in the wind. See? What did I tell you? Nothing to worry about. You let out a weak little laugh as Belle ruffles up your hair a bit. You look over at her, she smiles, and the two of you kiss again. Aw. Hey, yeah? We should probably check out and make sure everyone's still breathing. Yeah, that's probably smart. That night, You dream of you're falling through the bright pink void. A vaguely bird-shaped figure flies up to you wearing an expression that seems wholly free of scrutiny. They retrieve a small, translucent dodecahedron from the folds of the shimmering orange vestment and gaze into it, rotating it slowly as they speak. As official protocol dictates, you are hereby informed that the fourth Extrabonian temp will take place in a period of time roughly equivalent to 7,853.0288 orbital periods of the planet's boreal time around its local plasmasphere. Early calculates indicates that the incursion will be launched at the location approximately 13.215017 degrees of latitude north line designated equator and 59.52430 degrees of longitude west of the line of the prime meridian. The species is advised but not obligated to take any measures it deems necessary to make this process fair and equitable one, as well as to facilitate adequate compliance with local customs. Do you acknowledge the receipt of this information? Yes. The dodecahedron unfolds into screens. Excellent. Then our duties are concluded. Thank you for your attention and have a pleasant morning. Outside cabin 20. 1 week later, you're practically dragged into your cabin. Come on, you like games. Insured does not count as a real game. God, what I wouldn't give to have a controller in my hands right now. Well, yeah, we're playing cards. Just a few more days. Don't remind me. Liz stops you before you go into the cabin. Hey, don't you know what's been up with Belle lately? Up? Like, she's been sneaking out of her bunk every night for the last week, and she's in an unusually good mood, too. Figure might be going on secret missions or something. No idea. Why would you ask me? Because two of you are, like, best buds now or whatever? You sure you don't know? Nope. No, you don't know, or no, you're not sure. ... Narrowing her eyes. Are you hiding something from me, Lee sighed. Don't be ridiculous. What a silly question. Ha ha ha. Let it go. The two of you step inside. Mackenzie, Belle, Zoe, and the Taylors all sitting around Taylor C's bed. You plop yourself down next to Belle. All I said is I'm the reigning Giratin champ, which is true. Not even. I won way more games than you. Yeah, but I won the last one. That means I'm reigning. Shuffling cards. You're both champs in my book. Now, do either of you know how we're supposed to do this with 7 players? Don't worry, I don't know how to play. I'm just going to look over Belle's shoulder. Cheating. It's not cheating if I'm not playing. You push her. Belle grinning. Semantics. Okay, good. If we're allowed to be out, then I'm out too. She rubs her face with her hands. Damn, dude, you look rough. Same mood. Electronic withdrawal is taking its toll. You should try Bridget's walking thing. It might help you relax. Walking thing? She looks over at you. You know, like the midnight walks? Oh yeah, you've been going out every night lately, huh? I mean, just wandering around the camp by yourself, you said, right? Does seem to help you blow off steam. Belle smirks a little bit. Liz's eyes wide and her mouth hangs open. Yeah, they're great. Very peaceful. Would recommend. You get up from the bed. On a totally unrelated note, I gotta go outside for some reason. Leaping up. I also have to do that with whatever it is you're doing. Leave the cabin. The two of you run out of the cabin. Oh my god, 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 oh my god. You drag away from her away from the door. Out of earshot, idiots! I knew it! She starts repeatedly jabbing you in the arm. I knew it, I knew it, I knew it! Ow, ow, ow! Quit it! You and her? You look around. Yes! She lets out a happy squeal. Whee! But you can't tell anybody, okay? It's a secret. Are you sure? Because my instinct's right is to tell, like, 10,000 people. Grab her shoulders. Liz, do not go to all Taylor and Mem on me right now. You have to keep this quiet. For real. No one else knows. Okay. But can we at least talk about a little? Fine, yes. You glance around again. A little. What do you want to know? I don't know, like, when did it start? When was your first kiss? And who kissed who first? Did you tell each other you liked each other before they kissed? And how did you know you liked each other? And how long have you known you like hers? And how long have she known? And do people back home know about no? And is she the first girl you ever been with? And are you in love with her? And are you officially calling yourself girlfriends? And do you hold hands all the time when we weren't watching? And what's your favorite thing to do with her? And do you make out all the time? And is it awesome? Okay, steady. Come by with me and Belle tonight and we'll tell you everything. She applauds and pulls you into a hug. And yes, we make out all the time and it's awesome. Incoherent melting noises. Send her back inside. After a few more fits of squealing, Liz heads back inside. You stay out, staring at the camp, but eventually Belle comes and joins you. Hey, not playing either? Nah. Once Zoe started in about how we had sub-teams within teams, I kinda tuned out. Plus Elizabeth wouldn't stop winking at me, and I was starting to freak out. Yeah, about that. She figured it out, eh? I promise we'll fill her in on everything tonight, except obviously about the bird stuff. Well, yeah, nothing about to explain on that front. It's not like any of them even remember that it ever happened. You look down. She's cool, don't worry. Yeah, I know, it's not that. I just can't stop thinking about having to go home soon. Aw, she puts her arm around you. It just sucks. Why does it have to be over so fast? I don't know how it's going to handle saying goodbye to you and getting a bus ride home. Saying goodbye? Why would you have to say goodbye? Because we're going home? To Toronto. We're going home to Toronto, where we both live, where you can see each other whenever you want. Eyes widening. Oh my god. I mean, the bus ride is going to be like 4 hours long, so I hope you don't plan on disappearing before we get on it. Give her a big hug. She stumbles back a little. Did you seriously think that we're never going to see me again at the end of the month? Maybe. Is that why you always kept getting all quiet whenever I talk about the city? Kinda. And how many days have you been freaking out about all this? All of them? She chuckles and pulls you a little tighter. Bridget, you're the real worst. I believe. Yep, and that's the end. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you guys have a good day, night, week, month of your lives, and may the stars forever guide your path wherever they might lead you into the future. Bye-bye, everybody.